What does my rank actually mean in Tekken 8? Is the question everyone seems to be asking right now. Myself included, because I'm a new player. I want to know what rank I need to get to be actually considered good in Tekken. And Tekken 8's rank system works a lot differently than it used to in Tekken 7. In Tekken 8, it's actually impossible to demote until you get to yellow ranks. So in Tekken 7, where most players would actually be stuck in green rank, in Tekken 8, you can blow through green rank just with a little willpower. So we're gonna answer that today. What does your rank mean in Tekken 8? And what rank are all the good players at? And what rank should you be striving for? So we have two resources we're gonna look at, the Tekken 8 rank distribution, and then a second Reddit post that goes much more in depth and even has character specifics that we can look at. So right off the bat, beginner up until Calvary, we can just ignore all of that. So because I'm new to Tekken, and a lot of you guys probably also are new to Tekken, I'm gonna compare the ranks to standard ranks that you would see in another game like League of Legends, Street Fighter, Valorant, something like that. So it would be Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond rank. Now, you'll notice I only put 2 ranks in the Diamond rank because you can see after Tekken King, there was an extremely steep drop-off, almost as steep as a drop-off as we saw from Garyu rank to Shinryu rank, and only 0.8% of the players are in Tekken Emperor. So I would make everything Tekken Emperor and beyond Master rank. I think if you're in the fucking Tekken Lord rank, you're probably not going to be watching a video about what does my Tekken rank mean. You know you're good. And one thing I want you to notice is at the start of each rank, the number is exceedingly higher than all of the other ranks. This is because when you ascend to a new color rank in Tekken, the rank system actually gives you a boosted amount of points once you join a rank to make it a little bit harder for you to demote and give you kind of a buffer. So that's why you see a lot more people in the start of a rank, because they have that buffer sort of protecting them from going straight back down to their previous rank. And you're starting to see the pattern here. In Tekken 8, they really don't want you to demote. They're doing everything in their power to keep players from demoting so that they keep playing the game. But let's answer the question that we're all thinking about. Obviously, Iron, Bronze, and Silver aren't the most precious ores we have. These are the lower level ranks. If you're in these ranks, you probably still have a lot to learn. But the question on my mind and everyone else's is, what rank is the good rank? Can you really call yourself a good player if you're in the gold rank? Well, what about the platinum rank? What about diamond? I hear a lot of opinions from Tekken players that say, you're not good until you reach red rank. No, you're not good until you reach purple rank. No, you're actually not good until you reach blue. Well, actually, you're not even good until you reach Tekken King. Stop! Let's figure this out. So we actually have a second resource we can consult here, the rank percentiles. So let's get right to the red rank. You can see already 63% of the player base is actually in Garyu rank at this point. This is as of May 11th, so just a few days ago. That should mean if you're in Garyu rank, out of the 11 million people that bought the game, you are better than 6 million other people that play Tekken. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, yeah. So let's compare this to education. In standard education, if you were to take a test on how smart you were on any particular subject, you would be ranked in a certain percentile based on your test scores. Now, according to this article by Basic Skills, if you are in the 60th percentile or above, you're considered above average. In Tekken 8 terms, to be considered above average, you would have to be in Flame Ruler rank. But we can go even deeper. According to this article by Kaplan, a good SAT score is 1210 or higher, which would put you at the 25 percentile. So I think the SAT is a pretty good ruler, right? If you get a high score on the SAT, you're probably really fucking smart. So if you're above 25% of all Tekken players, you're probably really fucking good at Tekken. And luckily for you, the next rank to reach right at the 25 percentile mark is the top of purple rank, Battle Ruler, which is extremely interesting to me because I've heard a lot of people say you're not actually good at Tekken until you reach the blue ranks like Fujin, Raijin, and Kishin. So I think this rank distribution works perfectly. If you're in the yellow ranks, you're iron. If you're orange, bronze, and if you're red ranks, you did a good job, but still only silver rank, which I'm Tenryu, by the way, which I'm only in silver rank too, so I got y'all. But once you're in purple, that actually puts you in gold rank. And gold rank is where you reach above average, or I would consider good in Tekken. And I think the data would consider that good as well. Being better than 25% of the player base is no easy feat. And I think if that's where you are, if you're in purple rank and if you're approaching Flame Ruler or Battle Ruler, you should feel very proud of yourself. You've done something. It's just my humble beginner player opinion. But I think if you are in Flame or Battle Ruler rank, you're good at Tekken. Now, once we get into blue, you start to get into the extremely high percentile players. And there is a steep drop from Fujin to Raijin in the percentiles. Fujin is 20, which is pretty close to 25, but then you get down to 12, which is an 8% difference from 20. That's a lot. That's a huge dip. So I think blue rank can serve just fine as our platinum section for the rank system. And then once you get to Bushin or Tekken King, you are in the master ranks. You did it. But where do you go after master? Well, I would put Grandmaster above all other ranks. And then Grandmaster, the individual ranks don't really matter that much. Once you get to that level, and I've heard this from plenty of pro players, once you get to that level on a ranked ladder, the only difference between Tekken Emperor, Tekken Lord, Lord Supreme, and God of Destruction is literally how much time you spend on ranked. You'll notice this if you watch online tournament footage. The tournament players, which are some of the best players in their respective region, country, or even the world, sometimes aren't even ranked Tekken God. They're Tekken King, Tekken Lord, sometimes even just fucking Bushin. So once you get to that level on the ranked ladder, you can't really use your rank to determine your skill. At that point, it's really just player versus player. So now that we've answered that burning question that honestly I was really curious about, now we can look at the more individual data that NotQuiteFactual has compiled for us on Reddit. Wait, so they've actually collected 765,000 replays and compiled the data from all of those to make these. So this is a similar rank distribution to the one we just saw. And here at the bottom of the post, we can actually see a percentile breakdown for all of the ranks. And just like we were saying, if you're above the 60th percentile, you're above average. Check it out. 68th percentile, Flame Ruler, the exact rank that we picked out just earlier. Then, once you reach the top 20% or the 80th percentile is around Raijin, Kishin, Bushin, and then after that, you're just splitting hairs. This is what I'm fucking excited to see. So, obviously, my man Jin, good job, Jin! Jin, I'm proud of you, bro. Bring it in. Jin is the #1 most played character alongside King, Reina, Kazuya, Hwoarang, and then Steve and Dragunov starts to drop off a little bit. Once we start to drop really low is around Azucena, which is very interesting to me because I feel like she was played a lot at the start of the game. I definitely only ran into Azucenas on ranked pretty much the entire first month and a half. But I think people are starting to learn the matchup, and she got nerfed very heavily, which does make sense. Devil Jin also was a character that I thought was super popular at the start of the game, but again, nerfs, and he's sort of been figured out in the meta just a little bit. Feng is another character that's very surprising to be played that low, considering how strong he's considered by a majority of the community. Same goes for Xiaoyu, but she's also very difficult to play, I've heard, so it makes sense that not a lot of people would put the time into her. This all seems pretty accurate to me. I mean, everyone down to Yoshimitsu, I run into a fuck ton on ranked. And let me know if you're running into these characters on ranked or who your most fought character is. I'm actually curious to know. And if you're also new to Tekken just like me, go ahead and subscribe, my nigga. We do a lot of learning, studying, talking about Tekken on this channel, so come along for the ride. Let's learn and grow together. But let's get back into the data. Now, you'll notice this one says most popular characters _ advanced. So they actually split the data into different categories. We just saw all of the ranks, but now these are the most popular characters for the advanced ranks, which means I think it's anyone that's purple and above. Jin still reigns supreme even in the purple and beyond ranks. And then Hwoarang actually makes a huge jump from being, I think, like the 6th most or 4th most played all the way to 2nd most played. And King drops down to 3rd. Dragunov moved way up, Yoshi way up, and then Reina and Brian kind of just still there. And now we move on to the win rates for each character, which is extremely interesting to me. Let's check this out. It's interesting because all of the most strange characters that are basically knowledge checks at this point are at the top of the fucking win rates, which is exciting to me because when I was younger playing Tekken, I really loved Kuma, and I actually wanted to get into playing Kuma in Tekken 8, and now it's looking pretty attractive seeing that Kuma wins most of his matches because people don't know how to fight him. Because to see people like Dragunov, Shaheen, Paul, and Jin in the middle is very fucking funny to me. And then once you get to Brian, I think it becomes the characters are just less easy to pilot. Like Brian, I've heard is very difficult to play. And then once you get further down the list, the characters just get more difficult, or they're just straight up worse characters. And Reina hasn't been nerfed that much to my knowledge. I guess she just has a very high player base. Yeah, amongst all players, Reina's top 3. Yeah, that has to be why. When you have that many people playing a character, you can't expect all of them to win. And now finally, we have the advanced win rates. And keep in mind, these figures are only from people in the same ranked category that are playing different characters. And it's not a draw. Because we all know mirror matches and mismatch rank matches, a lot of weird stuff can happen. So we still have a lot of the stranger characters in the higher rank. Remember, this is advanced, so this is purple and above. In purple and above, Panda is still reigning supreme. Zafina, Lily, which is one of the more middle of the road characters that we saw in the all ranks category, has now moved up. This, I think, is one of the best resources to see what characters are actually strong in Tekken 8, because these are the high level players. It's not mirror matches. It's not they're getting matched up with like Tekken King to Tekken God Supreme. These are characters that are actually having success in Tekken. Panda, Zafina, Lily, Leroy, Jack, Alyssa, Reina, Shaheen, Kuma, Victor, Raven, Brian, Claudio, King, Yoshi. Where is Jin? Oh my god. Yo, friendship ended with Jin Kazama. Kuma, that's my new nigga. Come here. Ow. Did I just grab his Johnson? Yeah, that about wraps everything up. So, if you're in any of these ranks, you're probably not that good. Red is the silver rank. Anything above purple, you're fucking good as fuck at Tekken, but anything beyond that, you're probably just spend more time playing on ranked than the other top players do. The link to this Reddit thread is in the description. Make sure to go there, upvote it, follow NotQuiteFactual on Reddit or whatever social media platforms they may have. The link to this Twitter thread will also be up. Make sure you follow Aliad Faye for more updates on Tekken ranked, Tekken stats, and I'll see you in the next video.